Welcome to the Kitzer, your weekly dose of Torah and self-development designed to help you have a better week, to live a fuller life, and maybe even taste a sweeter afterlife. Okay guys, we're there. Parsha's Yisro, the revelation at Mount Sinai, maybe the most impactful moment in the Torah, and maybe even the most important event in all of human history. 600,000 people together heard the voice of God. Only time it ever happened, only time it will ever happen. But we gotta ask, why is the Parsha named after this guy Yisro, Moshe's father-in-law? And further, is that even his real name? He's referred to variously throughout the Torah as Hobab, as Yeter, as Yisro, as Putiel. So what's with all these names, and what's the importance of this one guy? Well, Rashi tells us some of the reasons behind the different names. For instance, he was called Yeser because he added on to the Torah, because in this week's portion, he helped Moshe when Moshe was overwhelmed as the Torah's first management consultant with delegation and more effective establishment of a bureaucracy. And he went from Yeser to Yisro when he converted to Judaism. See, Yisro traveled the world, he worshipped all other gods, he knew all things about other religions, and when he saw the 10 plagues in Egypt and the splitting of the sea and the miraculous win against Amalek, once he was convinced that Judaism was real, he converted. That's how he got the name Yisro, and that's how he became the namesake for this portion where we get the 10 Commandments. Now, the Talmud in Rosh Hashanah gives us a very deep insight into the nature of change. It says there's 4 ways that the evil decree upon you for the year can be annulled. Tzedakah, crying out to God. Tzedakah, giving of charity, giving of yourself to other people. Shinui Maisa, changing your actions. And Shinui Hashem, changing of your name. Now, what does it mean to change your name? Can I simply go from Adam to Adamo, just like Yeser went to Yisro? Well, to take a modern day twist on this, I had to reference New York Times winning author, best-selling author James Clear in his recent book, Atomic Habits. He talks about what's way more effective than setting goals is changing an identity. He says, rather than having a goal, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to become a more proactive person, I'm going to think about first, step 1, who do I want to be? Who's the person that I am? And step 2, take small actions that reaffirm that. Rather than saying, I'm going to stop eating bad food, I'm going to change my identity. I'm going to change my name to say, I'm a healthy person. So now when I'm confronted with that cheeseburger, or with that steak, kosher cheeseburger, of course, or with the salad, I can say, what would a healthy person do in this situation? Or say I'm training for a marathon, and my goal is to run 26 miles in a few months. I can think to myself, well, if I miss this workout, I'm not going to hit my goal, so I may as well give up. Or I could say, no, I'm the type of person who's an athlete. And if I run 1 mile today, or if I run 6 miles a day, or if I run 26 miles a day, I'm casting that vote. I'm changing my identity as that athlete. So when we think about Yisro and changing of the name and what a name means to us, there's this deep idea about how we can set goals based on our identity, changing who our identity is, and that enables us to live fuller lives. And really, as the Gemara in Rosh Hashanah says, once we've changed our identity, then we can become those people who pray and cry out with more strength, who give tzedakah, and can ultimately change our actions for the better. Good job.